Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here at Cloud Sherpa. My name is Derek Roush. If it's your first time joining us here on the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, well, welcome back. At Cloud Sherpa, we like to talk about all things cloud related, including cloud communications, cybersecurity, AI, cloud computing, and whatever else we feel like talking about. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so we can continue to produce this kind of content for you guys. Now, in one of my previous episodes about a month ago, I laid out how Avaya is really struggling with their current announcement around licensing and lack of support for contact centers that are under 200 agents. Avaya has long struggled with defining their path to the cloud and with their lack of innovation. I mean, they're on second bankruptcy, I guess it is now, and they've made a lot of acquisitions that just haven't worked out. But in that video, I didn't really get into some of those options in the market that would be a good replacement or migration path for clients that are still using Avaya. So today I want to deepen that conversation and walk you through 5 cloud platforms that offer unified communications as a service and contact center as a service capabilities. The reason I want to combine these is that a lot of the time we see businesses run one communications platform for their workers and then an entirely different platform for their call center. Now this can work fine, but if you can have everything you need under one vendor rather than 2, that would make a lot of sense, right? Some of the platforms that we're going to talk about might be a great option for your business if you're looking to ditch that Avaya premise-based phone system and step into the modern era of business communications. Now, I'm going to try and go beyond the surface so you'll see where each platform shines, where it struggles, and where you need to be asking some questions before you lock into a contract. Now, keep in mind, these vendors aren't in any particular order, and I also want to mention that just because a solution has a slick demo or a great GUI interface, that doesn't always mean that it will be the right platform for your business's specific needs. Shiny object syndrome is real. At Focal Point Consulting, we regularly benchmark these vendors and provide procurement and project management services for these types of solutions. So look, if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help, whether you want to take a done with you or a done for you approach. My goal today is simply to empower you. So let's start with the bigger picture. Why are companies moving their communications to the cloud, and why is it important to think about unified communications and contact center together? Well, for one, when you separate your tools, your phones, messaging, meetings on one side, and your contact center on the other, you end up with dual management consoles, duplicate data, and fractured reporting. The complexity drags you down. A unified stack, or at least a tightly integrated one, gives you context continuity for the customer, a single admin layer, better analytics, and fewer vendors to juggle. It also lets you scale more smoothly as you grow. Now, with that said, let's get into the platforms themselves. First up is Dialpad. This one is very much a modern cloud-native platform that leans heavily on AI. On the unified communications side, you've got a clean user interface, easy to use apps, and integrations with the tools you already use, like Google Workspace and Microsoft 365. Where it stands out is the AI. They've got real-time transcription, call summaries, live coaching, and sentiment analysis, all utilizing their built-in AI. On the contact center side, Dialpad offers intelligent routing, dashboards, agent coaching, and analytics that are baked right in. The pros include the impressive AI features, the intuitive user experience, and the fact that unified communications and contact center live in the same platform. You don't have to jump from one screen to another. The cons? Well, there have been some reliability issues in the past. Some users reported dropped calls and lag. Also, support and billing can be inconsistent. And if you want advanced analytics or workforce management features, you'll likely have to move up into premium tiered pricing. Now, to be fully transparent, we use Dialpad as our communications platform at Focal Point Consulting. And I can say that we did have some issues with dropped calls and reliability, but that was over a year ago. And honestly, updates since then have made the platform a rock solid solution when it comes to reliability. So it's one that I would recommend. Next up is GoTo. GoToConnect is their unified communications platform, bundling voice, meetings, and messaging all together in one platform. It's very easy to use, has a really nice visual dial builder, or dial plan builder, I should say. It's very much like a Visio build, and it supports a wide range of hardware with zero-touch provisioning. For the contact center side, they offer a GoTo Contact Center module with queuing, routing, dashboards, and supervisory tools, all managed in the same console. The pros here are simplicity, unified admin, and a smooth experience for distributed teams. The cons are that reporting and analytics aren't as deep as you might need for a heavy contact center. Also, support has been inconsistent in some cases, and finally, advanced features often require add-ons or higher tier licensing. But honestly, that's normal with any platform. Next up, we have Vonage. Now, Vonage is no stranger to this market. They've been around a long time. On the unified communication side, they deliver voice, video, and messaging with flexibility in how you license and scale. They've got good mobility support and global coverage. In fact, on the mobility support side, they bought a company called Nexmo several years ago. And Nexmo is a platform as a service option that gives you some really cool things that you can do around SMS. So if your business is doing geofencing around SMS, or you want to drop ads onto a cell phone when somebody walks into your Wi-Fi range, it can do some really cool stuff like that. So keep that in mind if you're looking at Vonage. On the contact center side, Vonage Contact Center brings in omnichannel routing, CRM integrations, and APIs that let you embed communications features directly into your applications. The strengths here are flexibility, strong global infrastructure, and a good balance between unified communications and contact center. But the weaknesses include variability in support, also the fact that advanced features live in higher tiers, and the potential complexity if you're building custom integrations or operating internationally. Next up is Nextiva. Now, Nextiva comes in with a reputation for reliability and compliance. Their unified communications platform covers the bases: hosted PBX, HD voice, mobile and desktop apps, and they have strong support for multi-site organizations. Their contact center offering is full-featured with advanced IVR, call and screen recording, omni-channel support, even workforce management and AI tools like transcription and summarization. Now, Nextiva is especially strong if you operate in regulated industries or across multiple locations. Their customer support generally gets good marks, and their analytics are robust. On the flip side, their entry-level plans are pretty bare, so you'll likely need to move up the stack to get the features you want. Their integration ecosystem isn't quite as broad as some competitors, and setting up advanced omnichannel or workforce tools can get complicated. Cost also can rise quickly as you add more contact center features with Nextiva. And finally, Zoom. Everyone knows Zoom for meetings. I mean, everybody uses them post-COVID, right? But now they've extended into telephony with Zoom Phone and into full contact center as a service offerings with Zoom Contact Center. On the unified communication side, the biggest advantage is familiarity. If your team already uses Zoom, there's almost no training required. Zoom Phone covers call routing, voicemail transcription, SMS, and hardware support. On the contact center side, Zoom has built out omnichannel capabilities across voice, chat, SMS, and video. They offer drag and drop flow builders, AI enhancements, real-time dashboards, and unique features like video that's built into customer interactions. The pros here are ease of adoption, rich video and omnichannel features, and solid analytics. The cons are that many advanced features are locked behind higher tier plans, like most others. Their workforce management and AI insights aren't quite as deep as pure contact center vendors. And you'll also want to test scalability if you're running a very large, high volume contact center. That's something that they might not be built well for. So there you have it. Dialpad, GoTo, Vonage, Nextiva, and Zoom. 5 options that can realistically replace Avaya or other legacy systems for small to mid-sized contact centers and unified communications environments. My advice is this: start by defining your requirements. Know your must-haves: number of agents, reporting needs, CRM integrations, compliance obligations, and every application that your communication system is going to touch. Record it all. Then narrow your list down to 2 or 3 platforms and run some real pilot demos with your own call flows. Also, make sure your network is ready. And lastly, press vendors on their SLAs. Their support models can sometimes be lacking, so make sure you're looking at things like term and termination in your contracts. And also press them on their roadmaps. Features are often roadmapped a year or 5 years out. If there's any of those features that you're looking at, you may want to know what they are. And of course, if all this feels overwhelming or you just don't want to burn weeks figuring it out yourself, that's where we come in at Vocal Point Consulting. We do this every day, helping clients map out their requirements, shortlisting vendors, and avoiding expensive mistakes. Thanks for tuning in to Cloud Sherpa today, guys. Until next time, stay sharp, stay cloud smart, and don't settle for yesterday's technology when tomorrow is right in front of you. Luke 9:23.